te maunga rongo haramaira, haramaira. Kei te pai kairangi haramaira, kei te toera wharangi haramaira, kei te kurapu ki ngā tangata, te Tumu Whakatipu haramaira. Koutou te tira tautoko, ko haramai ki te tautoko, ia tamariki mokapuna, nau mai, haramaira. Ka wea mai ngā mate ki runga ki a koutou, kia rere tahi tua wai ka mu ki a rātau kuarirua. Rātau te huinga wairua ki a rātau haere, haere, haere atura. Tātau te huinga o rai pirinei, tēnei te reo karanga whakatau nei a koutou ki te huinga whakaurua. Tēnei te kunenga ki pūrehurua e mihi nei, nau mai, kei te piringa whare, nau maira.
Tēnā koutou katoa. Warm greetings to you all gathered here today. I declare this congregation to be in session. Would you please remain standing and join with us in singing the University Waiata.
Te kunenga ki pūrehurua. Nei rā te reo karanga e tau atu nei. Ki te hapai a te rau tangata. Whakaako whakaeke ki te komata. Te kunenga ki pūrehurua. Te ara matarana ka whakarewa e. Te maramatanga ka kitea e ki mihi ara mahaua kia whita e. Te kunenga ki pūrehurua. Te kunenga ki pūrehurua.
Please be seated. Vice-Chancellor, members of the Massey University Council, the university community, the Manawatū Campus Graduation Committee, distinguished guests, graduands and families. My name is Alistair Davis. I'm the Chancellor of Te Kunenga ki Puhiaroa, Massey University. In this role, I am responsible for guiding the university's management and strategic vision to ensure that we deliver excellence in education. It is also my great privilege to lead this ceremony today. This week, Massey University is awarding qualifications to a total of 1,042 graduates across 6 ceremonies. Today we focus on Te Tumu Whakatipu, the Massey University College, the College of Creative Arts, and the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. There'll be 134 graduates across the stage, and a further 12 in absentia students will have their qualifications conferred. I want to take a moment to talk about my own graduation. Actually, it'll be quite a short moment because much of it is a blur in my memory. I don't remember the Chancellor's address. Afraid I don't remember the guest speaker's address. And I don't even remember walking across the stage and collecting my degrees. What stood out for me then, and still stands out for me today, were the teachers who inspired me and truly pushed me to unlock my full potential. And of course, I remember the unwavering support of my parents and my friends who stood by me through 5 years of hard work. So with that in mind, I would like to acknowledge 3 important groups who are here today, starting with the people behind me. On this stage are many of the academic staff who have guided you through your study journey, imparting their knowledge and wisdom to help shape your growth. Many of them have gone above and beyond to ensure your success, making this day special as they witness you graduate. It's a celebration for them too. To all of you, I extend my deepest gratitude, and not just for your efforts at teaching. Universities are catalysts for progress. The research that underpins everything that we do drives innovation, and it fosters discussions that help to build a better and more progressive society. I also want to recognise the wider team of staff who ensure the functionality of the university. From the people who helped you settle in on the first day of the first semester, right through to the people who are making today's ceremony possible. With more than 2,500 staff dedicated to making Massey a leading university, I thank you all for your contributions. Next, I'd like to speak to the family and friends who have supported their graduates through their study journey. Parents, partners, children, colleagues, friends, you have all played an essential role. Whether that's been through financial support, practical help, or simply offering encouragement and care, your contributions have made a difference. You know, they say it takes a village to raise a child. I think the same can be said of earning a university education. So it is important to remember that this is a shared success. Whatever your role has been in supporting your loved one up until this moment, we offer our sincere congratulations and our gratitude as well. So when it's their turn to come across the stage and receive their parchment over there, please don't hold back. Applaud, cheer, whistle, waiata, haka, whatever feels right to you. And finally, our stars of the moment, our graduates. Congratulations, you've made it. Earning a university degree is no small accomplishment. And so on behalf of Massey University, I commend you for your dedication and perseverance. You've worked hard to achieve this. But remember, a university degree is both an achievement and a privilege. Towards the end of this ceremony, Vice-Chancellor Professor Jan Thomas will speak to you about the responsibilities that come with being a graduate of Massey University. But right now, take a moment to enjoy this victory, reflect on your journey, and appreciate all the people who helped get you here. We welcome you to the ranks of our alumni, now 180,000 strong. As you move forward, we are confident your Massey education will be a strong foundation for the next chapter in your story. And as you step forward into the rest of your life, take every opportunity to contribute to your communities. Use your skills and knowledge to make a difference and continue striving to leave a positive mark on the world. Remember the values that you've learned here, things like integrity, innovation, a commitment to lifelong learning. Your Massey whānau is proud of you, and we can't wait to see what you will achieve. So, to the university staff, to the friends and whānau, and to our graduates, congratulations on this special day. Celebrate, enjoy, cherish the moment. By the authority of the Council of Massey University, I, Alistair Davis, Chancellor, will now award the certificates and diplomas and confer degrees on those to be presented and on those in absentia. And we're going to start with our doctoral graduates, and I would like to invite our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Jan Thomas, to introduce those.
Chancellor, A doctorate, either a PhD or a professional named doctorate, is the highest research degree awarded by the university. The successful completion of a doctorate represents a significant achievement. Through the submission of a sustained piece of research expressed in the production of a written thesis of no more than 100,000 words, or a creative work of equivalent size and scope, or via a series of publications, candidates are expected to make an original contribution to knowledge in a specific field of study. Candidates will typically spend 3 to 4 years of full-time research solving a problem or addressing a particular set of questions. An international panel of experts then examines the resulting body of work through both written and oral examination. Doctoral research is challenging and represents a huge commitment to advancing research and scholarship. We honour the achievements of our doctoral graduates by inviting them to come onto the stage, thereby formally welcoming them into the academic and scholarly community and acknowledging their entitlement to be called Doctor. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Clinical Psychology the graduands I am about to name. Daniel Ian Allen. Chancellor, this research sought to explore the link that traumatic deployment experiences had with post-traumatic stress and flourishing. Further, the impact that health behaviours, social support and leadership support had on these relationships were also explored. This research contributes new understandings on the mechanisms to support modern service persons and post-traumatic flourishing following NZDF deployments. Chancellor, Dr. Allen. Carsten James Grimm. Mr. Grimm interviewed New Zealand Defence Force personnel who had accessed mental health care to identify their narrative experiences. Stories of recovery reflected the hero's journey of positive personal growth and also many paradoxical cultural barriers to effect support. Findings highlight opportunities to better support the New Zealand military community to ensure mental health care reflects the unique culture of the NZDF. Chancellor, Dr. Grimm. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Philosophy the graduands I am about to name. Hina Tabasum Chima. This thesis ethnographically studied Muslim women immigrants to Aotearoa, New Zealand, focusing on their everyday religiosity. By extending Bourdieu's theory of habitus and using Deleuze and Guattara's notion of becoming, it explores the processes these women undergo to negotiate their identities. The study suggests the need to understand Muslim women as cultural and social beings who actively negotiate their everyday challenges. Chancellor, Dr. Chima. Jessica Ann McLean. Ms McLean analysed Aotearoa New Zealand's First World War centenary commemorations. She found that official publications challenged misconceptions that were reinforced by texts in popular culture. However, these popular culture sources demonstrated the engagement potential of different mediums and showed that historians need to invite more varied voices and utilise the potential benefits of fiction and film. Chancellor, Dr. McLean. Hanna-Lena Katrin Svensson, Doctoral Scholar. Ms. Svensson investigated how belonging and social inclusion were perceived and experienced by refugee background residents in Sweden and Aotearoa, New Zealand. Her study focused on how these dimensions related to language learning and use. She found that language learning and settlement were negatively impacted by reductive representations, restrictive policies, and a range of exclusions. Chancellor, Dr. Svensson. Thank you, Chancellor.
Professor Rochelle Stewart-Withers, the Professor for the School of People, Environment and Planning, and Professor Bill Fish, the Acting Head of School for Humanities, Media and Creative Communication, will be calling the names of the graduates and the recipients of certificates and diplomas in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Professor Cynthia White, who's the Pro-Vice Chancellor for the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, will be handing out the parchments.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Māori Visual Arts, the graduate I am about to name, Justine Tracy Munn. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for postgraduate diploma in psychological practice the candidates I am about to name. Femke Maya Defata. Ferouz Abdurrahman Muhammad. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Applied Linguistics the graduates I am about to name. Srijita Seal. Kenny Giovanni Watono. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Arts the graduates I am about to name. Christine Elaine Bichetti. Nathaniel Honore Brown. Emma Ann Brownless with distinction. Ski Joseph. Sarah Denise Knight with distinction. Greg Kalman Russell. Phoebe Rose White. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of International Development the graduates I am about to name. Maria Afiao with distinction. Bika Span.
Not here.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of International Security the graduate I am about to name. Reid Desmond Gordon with distinction. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Resource and Environmental Planning the graduates I am about to name. Katerina Pihera Ridge. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Sustainable Development Goals the graduates I am about to name. Marie Annette Brannigan, with distinction. Yeah. Chanyo Boonpoon Let. Amanda Caradas with distinction. Shabhashri Konduru Raghunathan Raju. Miranda Claire Lorich with distinction. Hannah Rose McKenzie with distinction. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours the graduates I am about to name. Natasha Marie Dunn, First Class Honours. Melissa Jane Guy, First Class Honours. Tatiana Pavlina Sanders, First Class Honours. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for postgraduate Diploma in Arts the candidates I am about to name. Sarah Constant Hayden with distinction. Alexander Paul Hook with distinction. Hannah Ruth Renee Sandbrook. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for Postgraduate Diploma in International Development the candidate I am about to name, Luina Ana Manu Tupa. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Museum Studies the candidates I am about to name. Helen Barnard. Sean Francis Stockley with distinction. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Planning the candidates I am about to name. Bryony Rebecca Emily Hurirua. Georgia Adele Tyree with distinction. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Certificate in Intelligence the candidate I am about to name. Oh, which one? Apologies, few crossouts there. Tanea Marie Henderson. Elizabeth Ann McGugan. Perla Epifunia Ramandaban Torea. Joanna Margaret Watson. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Arts the graduates I am about to name. Lucas Kenneth Abbott. Katrina Ivy Anderson Massey Scholar. Harrietta Sapeta Ang. Karen Ann Barbour. Olivia Neve Bishop Matthews. Karen Karu Blair. Annie Jessica Joyce Bleakley. Jake Yoshioka Braid. Casey Courtney Carville. Elisa Megumi Chappell. Freya Elizabeth Francis Christian. Max Newton Brookie Clough. Michaela Margaret Coogan. Emmeline Lucy Cook. Lee K. Crisp. Fletcher James Dordney. Paige Nāreiringa Dacia Haraki Dempsey. Gemma Lucy Riwana Dixon. Amelia Rose Dunn. Hayley Cedar Ellis Smith. Caitlin Grace Isles. Pepe Fatu. Laura K. Fenton. Casey Faye Glentworth. Rachel Maria Gromans. Jade Carol Gray. Brianna Chantal Groby. Alexandra Rose Hamilton James. Thank you, Chancellor.
It is now my pleasure to invite David Murphy to address the graduates. After starting his career in the private sector with New Zealand Forest Managers in 2001, and then holding a variety of city planning roles at Palmerston North City Council, David Murphy joined the executive leadership team at the council in 2021. His current role is General Manager of Strategic Planning. David provides strategic leadership on the city's planning, strategy and policy development, long-term planning, urban design, climate change, economic development and transport planning. Quite a big portfolio. He works closely with the Mayor and councillors to help develop strategies and plans for Palmerston North and is passionate about the role of city planning in helping communities achieve their vision. Would you please join me in welcoming David to the lectern?
Ina mana, ina rau, tēnā koutou katoa. Ki te mana whenua o rangatani o Manawatū, I pupuri nei ki te Māori o tēnei whenua, nei rā te mihi. It's an honour and pleasure to be asked to address the College of Creative Arts and College of Humanities and Social Science graduates and your whānau and friends present today or watching online. Before I start, I would first like to acknowledge Chancellor Alistair Davies, Vice-Chancellor Professor Jan Thomas, University Council members and the senior leadership team. I'd also like to acknowledge Mātua Warren Warbeck from Rangitānei o Manawatū, who helped open the session this afternoon. As you heard from the Chancellor, my work life sees me employed as the General Manager Strategic Planning at Palmerston North City Council. I'm also part of the Massey University alumni, graduating with a Bachelor of Resource and Environmental Planning with honours in 2002. I have very fond memories, I must say some a little foggy, of my time at Massey University and regularly contribute and give back to the university in a variety of ways. Palmerston North City has also enjoyed a long and positive relationship with Massey University, which needs to continue to grow for the benefit of both organisations. In a private capacity, I'm a long-term resident of Palmerston North and proud Palmerstonian. It's great to see the city come to life during graduation week. Living and working in a university city is a privilege. It provides huge value and opportunities, which at times I feel is not fully appreciated by locals as much as it could be. CEDA, our local economic development agency, have been running a campaign recently that seeks to encourage locals to be strong advocates for Palmerston North and the Manawatū. So, on that basis, if you're a visitor to Palmerston North this week, I encourage you to get out and about and experience the city, and not just the cafes, bars and restaurants. I highly recommend a morning walk or cycle along the Manawatū Awa, the river, checking out various cultural sites of significance to Rangitānei o Manawatū, and of course finish with a coffee from one of our local roasters. Turning to the graduates today, you will all be starting or continuing your career in what is an increasingly complex world with highly contentious issues. As a city planner and senior manager working in local government, many of the complex and contentious issues facing Aotearoa present themselves daily at the council. Some of these issues include the housing crisis. There's a shortage of affordable housing at all levels of the housing continuum. The infrastructure deficit. The country is growing faster than we can provide you infrastructure, whilst also not looking after the infrastructure we already have. Climate change. While our carbon emissions as a country are beginning to reduce, further change is required to hit our targets, and many homes and infrastructure are facing increased risk from adverse weather events, all the while insurance costs continue to rise. Transport. We continue to see large government policy swings in what constitutes good transport investment and appropriate speed management. Te tiriti o Waitangi and co-governance. I'm proud to work for an organisation and live in a city which honours Te tiriti o Waitangi and has a strong and active partnership with Rangitānei o Manawatū. In the last decade, we've seen increased physical representation of Rangitānei's history and culture within the city. I'm also aware that the pace of change associated with this partnership is a contentious issue for some members of our community. Traditional city and town centres are struggling. The way we shop, work and socialise continues to change, which is impacting the traditional physical heart of many of our communities. Seismic risk. We're an earthquake-prone country with many ageing buildings requiring significant investment. Water quality and biodiversity. Our natural environment remains fragile across much of Aotearoa. Public assets. There's a need to repurpose many public assets, some of which are now underutilised or reaching end of life. Increasing debt and operating costs for public institutions. Many councils in Aotearoa are facing maximum debt to revenue ratios, while also facing double-digit rates increases just to deliver existing levels of service. I'm sure you have all experienced many of these contentious issues. As I'm sure you have all experienced, many of these contentious issues present themselves at family get-togethers, over morning tea at work, at barbecue with friends, or more commonly, and sadly, via social media. While disciplines such as finance, science, and engineering will play key roles in helping resolve these issues, graduates such as yourselves who understand people, communities, and our connection to the natural and built environment will have a critical role to play in helping address these contentious issues. Some people call these soft skills. The reality is, working with people and communities is hard, but it's also very important. As the Māori proverb says, he tangata, he tangata, he tangata. What is important? It is people, it is people, it is people. Your Massey University qualification will have armed you with the technical skills necessary to help resolve many of the contentious issues I've described. However, you are also all humans that will hold individual views and values that will influence how you respond to these issues in the workplace. As humans and members of the public, like me, you will also all carry your own internal contradictions. For example, you might be concerned about the housing crisis, but resist intensification in your own neighbourhood. You might be concerned about the impact of climate change, but resist lower carbon lifestyle changes. You might love to wander the narrow cobbled lanes of Melbourne or Europe while you're on holiday, but get frustrated when changes to your own street back home mean you can't park immediately outside your local cafe. To complicate matters further, it's likely you will all work in an organisation that has a board or elected members, a chief executive, a senior leadership team, your direct manager and peers and colleagues that, like you, will all have views on how best to address the range of contentious issues we face as a country. As you finish your studies, I encourage you to reflect at a personal level on how you will resolve your own tensions and internal contradictions as you progress your career. How will you respond if your organisation asks you to address one of these contentious issues in a manner that you disagree with? How will you resolve this tension? My role at Palmerston North City Council means I'm regularly thrust into the Mayor's office to provide advice on how the Council might best go about resolving some of the contentious issues I talked about earlier. A few years back, I was lucky enough to spend a month at Harvard University, where I completed a dedicated state and local government program. The program usefully included both politicians and senior managers, something you don't often see in Aotearoa. During the last few days of my time at Harvard, the class was addressed by Mr. Dan Fenn, a former senior advisor to President John F. Kennedy, who at the time he addressed the class was 95 years of age, a great example of the value of lifelong learning. Mr. Dan Fenn provided advice on how best to position yourself and navigate operating within the system of local government. Like most good mentors, Mr. Fenn did this by asking questions as opposed to providing advice. Towards the end of his last lecture, Dan asked the class two questions. To whom or to what are you loyal? From whom or what do you obtain direction? I ask and answer these questions regularly within my own mind, usually when I'm about to walk into the Mayor's office to assist him with resolving the latest issue that has landed on his desk. Typically, my answers to those two questions raise tensions or internal contradictions, but the questions and answers provide a useful framework to help resolve these in my own mind. While I might be loyal to a particular person, organisation, or outcome, I must weigh up this loyalty with an assessment of who provides direction on a particular issue. Is it the Mayor? Is it the Council as a whole? Is it the Chief Executive? Is it my manager? Or is it an issue governed by another organisation completely? As you begin your career, progress your career, or change your career, I anticipate you will all be faced with resolving your own tensions and internal contradictions. When you do that, I encourage you to reflect on how you will position yourself within your chosen sector and regularly ask yourself, to whom or to what are you loyal? From whom or what do you obtain direction? Like me, I hope that asking and answering these questions will help you work through challenging times in your career. Finally, A special shout out to the Resource and Environmental Planning graduates today. Planning is a challenging and rewarding career. I encourage you and all the graduates today to think about the value of working in local government, a sector which is at the coalface of many of the contentious issues facing Aotearoa. Go well, ngā mihi.
Thank you, David, for your address. Hearing the complexity and challenges that face cities and our nation, there's plenty of opportunities for graduates to be thinking about personally and professionally. Thank you, David. We will now continue with the presentation of degrees and university diplomas.
Chancellor, I have the honour to continue to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Arts the graduands I'm about to name. Lydia Zena Healy. Amy Lee Hibbard. Catherine Midori Hill. Victoria Kayla Holmes. Leanne Joy Huriura. Yasmin Mariah Charissa Hunter-Stevens. Ashley Coral Hoko-Jagad. Jamie Kate Kearney. Charlene Ashna Kumar. Krista Ruth Larson. Shanna Afina Lewis. Joyu Liu. Sophia Jane Longstaff. Thomas Gabriel Luque. Courtney Janine Maynard. Anna Kate McDonald. Alexander John Roy McIntyre. Lucy Catherine Mackenzie, Massey Scholar. Nicholas Peter McLaughlin. Cameron Lee McPherson. Alice Louise Miheri. Christina Patricia Miranda. Georgia Kate Naira. Isaac Harry Newland. Jeremy Sam Newland. Jasmine Lydia Abigail Norton. Nicholas James Pyle. Benjamin Harrison Ratcliffe. Willoughby David Rolfe. Awatea Tui Charles Tiberius Rotherham. Crystal Lynn Sargent. Reuben Daniel Simonson. Emily Claire Smith. Lily Mae Grace Taylor. Matthew Deslis Teron. Chloe Renee Todd. Chloe Michelle Holly Turner. Thomas William Jack Van Stiprian. Jessica Forster. Ella Marie Ward. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the conjoint degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Business the graduate I'm about to name, Leilani Liz Fa'ioaso. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the conjoint degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science, the graduate I'm about to name, Michelle Emma Clucas. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Communication the graduands I'm about to name. Victoria Eloise Bishop-Matthews. Alyssa Mary Goodhue. Jaden Isaiah Kingy. Carlos Eduardo Vieira. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Resource and Environmental Planning the graduands I'm about to name. Zanab Bibi. Skylar Natasha Campbell. Maya Patukohru Kiriona, First Class Honours. Dana Grace Fleming. Eva Louise Miracle. Sydney Elaine Ngan Uridge. Wade Anthony Selkirk. Logan Michael Silson. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Diploma in Arts the candidates I'm about to name. Ruby Elizabeth Everett. Kaylin Grace Giddy. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Certificate in Arts the candidates I'm about to name. Diana Ela Ann Edmond. Craden Matthew Hohepa Williams. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Certificate in Foundation Studies the candidate I'm about to name, Abdul Azhar Razak. Chancellor, the degrees are also conferred and the diplomas are also awarded to those who are in absentia. Thank you, Chancellor.
It is now my pleasure to invite Hannah Svensson to make the valedictory address on behalf of the students. Hannah moved to New Zealand from Sweden in 1995 and has lived in Palmerston North ever since. She first started at Massey in 2004, when she enrolled in a BA with a double major in English and linguistics. She undertook this part-time as a distance student over 7 years, while also raising a young family. She received several scholarships and awards during her undergraduate study, including the Massey Undergraduate Scholarship, the Extramural Student Society Scholarship for Academic Excellence, and the Freen Prize in English, and graduated in 2011 as a Massey Scholar. In 2011, Hannah enrolled part-time in the postgraduate diploma in second language teaching and undertook this while working full-time as a language teacher at English Teaching College. She graduated with distinction in 2014 and was awarded the Massey Second Language Teaching Postgraduate Prize. In 2017, she completed a Master's in Applied Linguistics, graduating again with distinction. Hannah was granted the Massey Vice-Chancellor Doctoral Scholarship in 2019 and has now completed her thesis, which investigates the experiences of refugees settling in Sweden and New Zealand. She has published 7 articles as part of her doctoral research, and her dissertation has been included in the Dean's list of exceptional theses. We saw her graduate as a doctor earlier this afternoon. Please join with me in welcoming Hannah to the lectern.
Tēnā koutou katoa. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of Council, Massey University staff, distinguished guests, fellow graduates, and family and friends, whether here in person or online. It's an honour to stand before you today as we all celebrate this milestone. For some of us, this is the first step and one that will lead to a longer academic journey. For others, it's the finale, the last point on a journey that may have taken years or perhaps decades. My own journey at Massey began in 2004 when many of you were probably just born, perhaps not even born yet. So yes, it's taken me a couple of decades to get to where I am today. All up, I've spent a total of 16 years as a part-time Massey student, and my achievements have only been possible because of Massey's commitment to flexibility and distance learning. This may not seem so unusual now in our current digital environment, but Massey provided distance education long before digital learning platforms were a reality, and when remote study was instead facilitated by good old New Zealand Post. I remember the excitement of receiving a brand new study guide in the mail and the rush to get my assignment to the post office on time. Looking at those who've crossed the stage today, we are a very diverse group, and as such have arrived at this point through different journeys. Each of these journeys unique and deeply significant to us as individuals. We all have a story to tell, a story about what motivated us to start, what obstacles we faced, and how we overcame them. My own journey was motivated all those years ago by the loss of my father. Losing the person who had always seen my potential led me to want to discover that potential for myself. And once I started, learning became a crucial part of my life. It was something I did for me, a place I carved out from a busy life. There have been challenges along the way, as I'm sure there have been for many of you, but we're here today because none of those challenges managed to completely derail us. Perhaps they even made us more resilient. And I think that resilience is becoming increasingly crucial as the times we live in become more complex. We're living in a time where research, particularly in the social sciences, is being deprioritised, and internationally, academics are being censored. In these times, critical thinking, ongoing learning, and creativity are becoming more important than ever. We're here because we made a commitment to learn, to understand the world we live in, and to engage in critical thought. We all have something to offer, and we all have the potential to make an impact. Today, we've arrived at a summit, the peak of our journey so far. For me, it's always been the case that when I've climbed one peak, I've seen another peak just beyond it that I wanted to climb as well. Today's a day to think about our potential, what other peaks there are for us to climb, but also to look back down and see how far we have come. And as we do so, it's important to remember that we did not make this journey alone. We're here not only because of our own strength and motivation, but also because of all those who supported us. Tutors, lecturers, supervisors, who guided us and challenged and encouraged us. And our family and friends who've encouraged us to push on with our work, but also, importantly, encouraged us to take a break when needed. To everyone who's walked beside us, thank you. And to my fellow graduates, congratulations. I know you have the potential to do great things.
Thank you, Hannah, for your valedictory address. She is a great example of lifelong learning and the importance of learning and critical thinking as we navigate the complex world we live in. I would now like to invite Vice-Chancellor Professor Jan Thomas to address the graduates.
Would all our graduates please stand? He honore nui te whakatau atu I a koutou. Hei raukura o te kuninga ki pure huroa. He mana nui tō tētahi tohu whariwānanga, engari, pēra, I ngā honore katoa, he haipapa hoki ona, he kāwenga mā koutou. Ko tāku kupu kia koutou, hei raukura no te kuninga ki pure huroa, kia mētia tērā I akona, e koutou, hei ōranga mōhau, hei ōranga hoki mō te iwi. Ko tāku kupu anō, kia mētia e koutou ngā pukenga me te mātauranga I whiwhi ai koutou I runga I te pākaha me te pono kia u tonu. Ki te ako mō te rapu mātauranga mō aku tonu atu. Ko tāku kupu anō kia maumahara koutou ki ngā akoranga o te kuninga ki pure huroa mō te whaiaroha o tētahi ki tētahi atu. Te mea ai hoki ki ēra tangata kauri e whai ora ana pēra I a koutou. Ko tāku kupu anō kia āta whakaro koutou, ki o koutou wawata me te kaha mahi tonu pēra I ngā tau tatanei. Ki roto kia koutou mahi katoa, ko tāku kupu kia koutou, me tū rangatira koutou, hei kānohi mō te kuninga ki pure huroa. It is my great honour to welcome you as alumni of Massey University. The award of a university degree carries many privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I charge you as graduates of Massey University to use what you have learnt for your own betterment and for the benefit of your communities. I charge you to use the skills and knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity and to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and discovery. I charge you to remember the lessons Massey University has taught you about the worth of others, particularly those who've not had the opportunities that you have had. I charge you to set goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far, and in all that you do, I charge you to be deserving of the good name of Massey University. Everyone, please join me in a worthy round of applause. Congratulations. Please be seated. E noho. Thank you, Chancellor.
That gave some of you a fright, didn't it? We're just about at the end of the ceremony. As we conclude the ceremony, can I ask guests to remain in their seats until the processions have gone out of the theatre and assembled in Broadway Avenue? Then please join on the back of the procession, and we'll be heading down to the square where we hope you will mix and mingle with your graduates, staff, family and friends who've all been part of your graduates' journey. I declare this congregation to be adjourned. Would you please join with us in singing the national anthem, God Defend New Zealand, the words of which will be on the screen. Would you all please stand?